I haven't shaved in 2 days. This is the most mask anyone has seen.
I didn't notice at all.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't notice at all.
You didn't notice at all?
I mean, I noticed once you've said it, I see it. How long are you gonna keep it growing?
Not long.
I want to see it a little longer.
No, I'm
Show
fine.
the people.
I'm fine. Thank you. I'm fine.
Like,
I have a question.
Yeah.
How do people with facial hair moisturize?
You put the moisturizer on.
On your hair? I'm shaving immediately after this video.
It's facial hair. What are you talking about?
No, we're done. We're done.
That makes no sense that would be upsetting to you. Hi everybody, welcome back to Two Gay Mats. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And you know,
guys, we're in squalor. We're stuck in a house, as all of you are.
But it's lucky that we live together.
Yes.
Because one less thing to worry about. Because if one of us had corona, we would have given it to the other already. And spring is sprung, so we're both representing with our florals
I know, I was about to say,
today.
when you walked down in that shirt, I was like, bitch.
I actually hadn't found, I lost this in my closet during the move.
Oh no.
I haven't worn this in a while.
Oh my God. Welcome back.
Thank you, I love this shirt. So yes, because we're all celebrating the new season of spring indoors because of this horrible virus, that of course could have been prevented if we had known about it sooner, but you know, what an administration we have.
Well, good thing we're finding about something early.
Yes, we are finding out about Dua Lipa. She's here to dance us through this hard time as her album, Future Nostalgia, did leak onto the internet last night, today. So it was, what, 2 weeks early? Like a week? It's kind of
Is it that early? This is really early for a leak.
Because it's gonna come out not this upcoming Friday, but the Friday afterwards.
Full disclosure, guys, we're gonna buy, we're gonna do everything we need to do, but like, we're stuck in an apartment.
Right.
We're gonna listen to the leak. We're sorry.
We're sorry, we're gonna listen. We support Dua. I'm very into Dua, as if you've listened to our podcast or watched any of our videos recently. I'm loving this era for her. And we're also not gonna play any parts of the songs during this video because obviously it's not out yet. And if you don't wanna be spoiled, don't be spoiled. But just think of this as sometimes reviewers get things early and then they review it.
Yes.
So that's just what happened with us. We got it early.
Oh, it somehow fell into our laps.
Yes, and we're doing our due diligence by reviewing it and telling you guys that it's fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing. Buy the album. Give these songwriters their due. They've earned it.
Maybe all future albums of this year will be canceled because of the virus, but if they are, I'm glad we have a worthy album of the year winner because my God.
Like, holy shit.
And like, honestly, if we're gonna look for silver linings around the whole corona situation, I love that it's happening this year when up-tempo dance music is coming back to the forefront, because if we were all stuck in our houses listening to Halsey and Billie Eilish telling us about how they're contemplating suicide, it'd be a much worse look.
It would be hard. It would be harder to digest.
Yes. So we have Dua Lipa, who is going to be here dancing us through this hard time. And man, oh man.
We're dancing. Oh, you should have seen me in my bathroom when you emailed me the link and I was in the bathroom. I was like, okay, I gotta get ready, gotta get fixed and everything. I was dancing like the biggest queen in town.
We both talked about this beforehand. We both have an idea a guess of what the other's favorite song is. So let's say what our guesses are, and then as we get to the songs during the video, we'll talk about it.
And are we gonna say yes or no?
No, do not say yes or no. What do you think my favorite song on the album is?
Breaking My Heart.
Okay. What do you think or what do I think you are?
Okay. What do you think my favorite song?
You know what I mean? We've been inside for a long time.
You just want to take control all the time.
Hey,
he's a natural host.
I'm a host. What do you want?
Asking questions.
I am.
Himself.
I think your favorite song on the album is Pretty Please.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started.
All right.
The first song is a song that I'd heard before. It was a pre-release track. It was one of the pre-release tracks. I think it's great.
It's the title track. It's very good. It's
very
really
good.
Fun.
It feels very much like early Gaga, but not really like she's biting off of it, but more like she's referencing, which I feel like she does throughout the album.
Yes.
But that is the sound, of course, that we all want from her, and I think Gaga's even going back to this era. So it was a welcome change of pace. It's not like a radio hit, but I think it's very much like, welcome to the world of Dua Lipa. It's time to dance through the ages.
Yes, it's very much a good intro to what the album is going to become.
It's kind of like, yes, I know this album. Like, I won't talk about how great I am for this whole album, but this album's gonna be amazing, and you're going to be looking back on this time in 20 years from now listening to my music because that's how good it is. Welcome.
Yes, Matthew Steele, you will remember dancing shirtless in your bathroom, brushing your teeth to the entire album.
Yes.
I was brushing my teeth for a long time.
Hey, that's good. You gotta brush your teeth, wash your hands, keep that hygiene up. Track number 2 we've talked about. We had a single review about Don't Start Now.
Yes, check out our
Check
review.
it out. It was before we got our audio together in the new apartment, so we apologize for the echo.
Sorry.
But it is still great. It has peaked at #2 on the Hot 100. I think it's her biggest US hit. I think it's peaked either at #1 or #2 in the UK as well. It's just a worldwide smash, and I'm so happy because at the time it was coming out, it was before we were all sure that pop music was going in a more up-tempo direction. And so I was like, oh God, please be successful, because the song is like truly excellent, and it was and is. And so I just like that pop music is doing us right again in 2020.
Yes.
So thank you, Don't Start Now, for representing that.
Cool. I bet Carly Rae Jepsen's pissed.
I bet she's furious.
There is a thief amongst us. They have stolen a Carly Rae Jepsen song and gave it to Dua Lipa.
And it's so unfortunate.
It's excellent.
And you know what? I mean, not to tell you that you were wrong so early in the video, but this is my favorite song.
Matt Palmer. Matt Palmer.
Yes.
You were also wrong earlier in the video because this is my
the fucking best.
It's the best song. It's the best song on the album.
Like, I love Carly Rae, and obviously this is a Carly Rae-esque moment, but this is Carly Rae on steroids. I personally feel it should have been the next single after Physical. Do you know what the next single is?
No.
It's Breaking My Heart.
Okay.
All right, which is good and works. I feel like we'll get there and talk about it, but Cool is like the mid-tempo, almost ballad, like let's go to the 80s, let's stomp it out. The flourishes, the sounds, the synths, the melody. That melody throughout, but especially that chorus melody. It's like, this is manna from heaven. Like, this is a golden piece of pop music. And I can't say enough about the brilliance of Cool.
Girl, ditto.
Honestly,
there's no other way to say it other than what he just said.
To quote an underrated Cassie classic, ditto.
To quote from the Academy Award-winning screenplay Ghost, ditto.
Okay, great. How often do we listen to an album, both of us, and we have the exact same favorite song?
Oh, it was just immediate.
It was just
that was when I was like, oh no, I will be brushing my teeth forever. Like,
label, it's not too late to change the single. I like Breaking My Heart, Breaks My Heart, whatever the third thing is. We love. Girls, Cool is it.
Cool is it.
Cool is it.
Oh my God, it's.
If you don't want to listen to a leak, wait till the third, listen to Cool, and just cry in your room, because perfection is here.
Yes, there's something to look forward to, guys. If you're gonna wait for the album to come out, which, like, you know, you morally should, but we could all be done by then.
That's true. You know, we have to live for today.
Cool is here, and it's saving us. If I had coronavirus, I've been cured of it.
Well, good. I'm glad the cure has finally been released. The vaccine is here, and it's called Cool. Physical was, I mean, I still love it. It's amazing. I love everything about the single release. I've talked about it in the podcast, but the actual video is amazing. The throwback 80s workout video is even more amazing. I love all the merch. It's just A+, perfect pop song. And should have been pushed more here. Like, I feel like it was like a half single in the US and a full single in the UK. It peaked in the top 10 in the UK. They're like all in the duo train. And I just wish Physical got a little bit more focus here.
Physical's a classic.
It's a fucking classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. And it was a moment. It was a moment for, because like Don't Start Now obviously was a big hit and everything, but like Physical was the moment. Yes. Like, she is the moment.
She is the moment, as Wendy Williams would say. Levitating.
Levitating.
Excellent.
Excellent. Those verses. The pre-chorus. That bridge. Like, so, because the chorus is very simple for Levitating, but then I was like, oh, but when you have verses like that, when you have a pre like that, when you have a bridge like that, like, they did it.
And
they do it.
I love the vocoder vocals throughout. Like, it kind of sounds like male vocals going through a vocoder, very like cameo-esque. So it's like, oh, we're going back to a different part of the 80s, kind of like an R&B vocal tick that was happening at the time. And so I just love how many references there are. It's like dance music has so many shades and colors. Someone called it a chromatica. And I love that Dua is touching on all of it, playing with all the colors of the wind. Pretty Please, the reason do you see why I thought it was your favorite?
I have no clue.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's like a very I Think He Knows-esque. Like the fact that the bass obsession, it's finally, everything's been so busy in a wonderful way up until now, and Pretty Please feels so stripped down and feels so like...
It's a moment to breathe.
Yes, let's take a second to breathe. It's very sexy.
Honestly, I think he knows that like bass part is not my favorite part of I Think He Knows. It's the chorus that excites me about I Think He Knows.
Really?
Are you kidding? We'll talk about that later.
I love this whole album, but I feel like similarly to Harry Styles' album, these first 6 tracks, which again is over half the album, it's 11 track.
Oh my God, the first 6
first 6 are like, there are no flaws.
No.
Literally everything is perfect. It's like different levels of perfection. Hallucinate.
Hallucinating's fun.
It's good.
It's dancey.
Dancing.
You're in the club and everything. It's giving me shades of physical, but it's not as good as physical.
Yes, I could see that. I think it works. It's good. It's up-tempo. It's fun. But again, not as immediate as those first 6 songs. But I love it a lot. Love Again, I also love a lot. I think it leans a little bit too far into that sample, which I can't even remember what the sample is.
Yeah, what is that?
We've all heard it, but I'm like, what is that from? I don't know. But I feel like it's...
Well, they don't know either. If
I know.
You'll know in 2 weeks.
You'll know in 2 weeks.
Let us know in 2 weeks.
Once you know what the sample is, please write in the comments, because it'll just be bugging me. But I feel like it's definitely centered around that sample a bit more than I would like. I like a sample, but not one that's like everything's built around it.
Okay.
So, but how do you feel about it?
It's interesting because Hung Up, I feel like, is so focused on
it. Is, but I had never heard that
Oh, really? Okay.
So I just think of that ABBA song as like, oh yeah, like Hung Up samples this. Whatever with that other song, don't know much about it.
Wow. I think Love Again is strong.
Yeah.
Not the best on the album, but like I think it's strong.
Yeah, totally. Break My Heart. I get it. I get why it's the single. I feel like it's very Don't Start Now-esque. It's a very well-built pop song.
It's interesting.
It's interesting, but it's not the choice I would have made.
But like, would you say it's one of the... Would you say it's one of the strongest on the second half of the album?
Yeah.
I would absolutely say that.
I'm more upset that it's the single. You know what I mean? Like, I don't dislike the song
because I think the song's great.
I think it's very good.
You know what it reminds me of? Is it Charlie Puth? How long has this going on?
Interesting.
Yeah. It does the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's, by a girl, so I like it.
So I like it more. I like it a lot, and I'm sure it'll do well. I just feel like Cool is right there.
Cool is right there.
Cool is right there. Then we get to the only song on the album I don't like.
Okay. This, Good in Bed. It's like every 3 seconds I change my mind about it. It's like 1 second I'm just like, no. Next second I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, no.
Things I like about it is it's very Lily Allen, Amy Winehouse, like it's very like mid-aughts UK singer-songwriter, which is what Dua Lipa is, a London-based songwriter. She's from the UK. So I get it. It's very much in the vein of where she's from, and like I appreciate that for her.
It's cute.
It's cute
quirky.
And it's quirky. I feel like parts of it feel like it's out of tune. Like some of the piano versus like her verse melodies, it's like, is this in the same scale?
My thing with the song is 2 things.
Yeah.
Sad, bad, mad rhyme. I can't do a sad, bad, mad. Also, it really doesn't feel like it fits on the rest of the album.
I feel like that as well. It feels like it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
it's just...
I feel like I would like it more if it was on a different album.
Yeah. Like, honestly, it reminds me of Lily Allen's first album, and like if it was on that, maybe it would make more sense.
Yeah, because it is cute.
It's cute.
Like, it's a cute little melody and like concept and everything.
Right. But I think it's kind of interrupting a party in a way that I don't think it's earned. Like, I feel like not... Like, there are things that are kind of ballads, and that the last track, Boys Will Be Boys, which let's just go and talk about it. I feel like that is a different vibe for the album as well,
yes,
but guys, I don't feel like I've heard this exact message in a song before that was done, like, especially not this well. Like, the fact that she's just like, it's so funny that if we all know to head home before sundown, and we all have our keys in between our fingers.
Yeah.
And like, basically, like, if we're not with a man, we would just go home, and we try to laugh it off, but it's not funny.
And like, if you're offended by this song, you're probably doing something wrong.
You're a part of the problem. And
like, I just love the fact that, like, the audacity to end a disco dance album with a soaring ballad about rape culture.
Exactly!
Exactly.
It's like, yes, you have earned this song.
And not only is it like a very interesting choice, but like, the song's excellent.
It is excellent.
The song, the melody is so good.
Yes. And even the sing-songiness of the chorus is originally not my favorite, but the idea of like, boys get to be boys, but girls have to grow up and be women because they have no other choice but to protect themselves at all times is like, I mean, I can't be like, oh, it's too sing-songy. Like, bitch, points were made.
Yes, it's a great album.
This is Guys, Dua is doing everything right. And I'm so glad this album is as good as it is. It's like Confessions on a Dance Floor. Maybe, I mean, I have to keep listening to it to say it's as good as that, but it's like vibe-wise, that's what we're getting. We're like getting up-tempo, electronic. Let's talk about dance through the ages, and let's do it classily and well done, and like, let's make the songcraft as important as the vibe throughout, and that's my favorite.
That's the thing. It's such a dance album, but you can tell the song, there was such a focus on the song, and there's such a simplicity to the songwriting. It's very much like every song is verse, pre-chorus, verse, pre-chorus, bridge,
I love a structure!
The structure is all there. It's not trying too hard. It's not trying to reinvent any wheels. It is just solid, amazing songwriting set to fun, awesome beats. You're having a great time. It's pop music.
Since we're all going to be dancing in our rooms for the foreseeable future, this is the album for it. This is the soundtrack to coronavirus. And you know, we're trying, and it's not saying, I'm not saying this because I'm making light of coronavirus, but we've got to smile through the pain. Like, what else can we do? We have to stay inside, and everyone should stay inside, if that was unclear. But let Dua Lipa light the way, because spring is here. Spring is here. Is Dua.
Spring is here. We are queer.
Yes.
And it's time to dance.
It's time to dance.
It's time to dance in your apartments, in your homes, in your bedrooms, or in your bathrooms, like me. And it's time to subscribe to 2 Gay Mats if you like our content.
Yes, make sure to subscribe here. Listen to our podcast. Search for our podcast, 2 Gay Mats, 2 spelled out TWO, and all of your podcatchers, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you like us a lot and want to get an extra bonus podcast from us every single week, go to patreon.com/2gaymats for more bonus content, and also will help us just create more videos and more content for you. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matt Palmer Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
And at 2 Gay Mats for both of us. Is there anything else we gotta tell them?
We love you, Adam Parnell.
We love you, Adam Parnell.
And guys, if you're not listening, in 2 weeks, when the album comes out, you will buy it and you'll have a great time. This is 2 weeks into your future. This is your future nostalgia. This is the future nostalgia. You know. 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be a great time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back soon with more 2 Gay Mats. Bye. Bye.